Okay, so we are starting the current affairs of 2nd April. So there are many articles today, almost 6 articles. So we are starting from asset reconstruction company that is related to our economy and GS paper 3. Also can be appeared in prelims. So basically, what is the asset reconstruction company? Basically, we know that there is a it's related to the banks. Basically, banks create this asset reconstruction company to waive off the bad loans. So okay, let's read the article. Now the Union Budget 2021-2022 announced that setting up of asset reconstruction company by the center due to a surge in non-performing assets of banks. Means there has been an increase in non-performing assets of bank. So due to this, asset reconstruction company is now created. So basically, what are the asset reconstruction company or bad banks? So basically, asset reconstruction company is the purchase of title or rights of bank or financial institution in loans, bonds, debentures, various other types for recovery or realization. So basically, in this asset reconstruction company, uh, it's basically the purchase of title rights of the bank and financial institution. It's a title basically. So asset reconstruction company is basically a specialized financial institution buying stressed assets from banks and financial institution. Here stressed assets is also categorized into three parts. So we'll get into this. So banks can sell their stressed asset or bad asset to the asset reconstruction company at a mutually agreeable price. This will help banks to clean up their balance sheet and concentrate on delivering normal banking services. So, the ARC would recover the bad bank or associated securities in a market led process. Which are the rules and regulations for asset reconstruction companies? The setting up of an asset reconstruction company is regulated under SARFAESI Act 2002. So, as per the SARFAESI Act 2002, asset reconstruction company is regulated. So an asset reconstruction company is required to have a net worth owned a fund of net owned fund basically of 100 crores or more. So 100 crore net owned fund is required to create an asset reconstruction company and maintain a capital adequacy ratio of 15% of its risk weighted asset. So means there has to be created asset reconstruction company has a net owned fund of 100 crores and also it has to create capital adequate ratio of 15% of its risk weighted asset. Means whatever be the risk weighted asset, that is 15% they have to create their capital adequacy ratio. So in these banks basically all the assets are termed as risk weighted assets because that all assets has been taken from bank which is already bad loans take they took. So now the NPA are to be transferred. NPA means non-performing assets are to be transferred to the asset reconstruction company at a reasonable price backed by arm length principle, that is at the net value book value. Means they basically purchase this non-performing assets from bank through a concessional rate or through a reasonable price. Then only they will get benefited, no? Like if 100 crore is of a bad loan and they took this amount, they took this loan at 700 crores. So 300 crore is their benefit if they recover all the loans. So for that profit they work. So now net book value is equals to backed by an arm length principle, that is at a net book value. So net book value will get into this, although it's very in detail. Net book value basically asset value minus bank provisioning against the stress assets. We don't have to go through in that kind of a detail. It's very detailed. We don't need to remember this formula anyway. So now for the bank bad assets, the bank will obtain 50% cash and balance could be by way of bonds or debentures with a maximum maturity period of 6 years and security receipts issued by the asset reconstruction company. So in this case, what has the bank has to do, that they, for bad assets, the bank will have to obtain 15% cash, and balance could be by way of bonds, debentures, and other type of a security. So who fund the ARC to buy NPAs? So who created this ARC and who fund? Basically, sometimes this, that could be a bank, or that could be other buyer other than bank also. So an asset reconstruction company can issue bonds, debentures, and security receipts to raise funds. Asset reconstruction company issues the receipt to qualified institutional buyer to raise funds and make an upfront payment to buy the discounted debts. Basically, they take this amount into a they take this bad loans into a discounted rates. It is known as security receipts. Means they issue a receipts to a qualified institutional buyer. Means a qualified institutional buyer comes into the picture and they funded this ARC. So they issue a receipt कि देखो ये बैंक में हमें 100 करोड़ का लोन है एंड वी आर गेटिंग दिस 100 करोड़ लोन एट अ 700 करोड़ लोन, or sorry, 100,000 crore loans, and we are getting it into 700 crore. So 300 could be a profit. Then they go to the qualified institutional buyer, and qualified institutional buyer give them money and take the receipts of ARC to get the benefit of 300 crores. So now the security receipts gives owner the right title or interest on the financial assets. So now qualified buyers has a financial interest in such ARC. How ARC resolve the stressed assets? What they do to resolve the stressed asset? How this work? Okay, now bank can also do some recovery agent, bank can also take them, but bank has various other tasks to complete. So bank basically transfer these assets to ARC. Now, as per SARFAESI Act, an ARC can restructure or reschedule a loan. वो फिर से भाई ये कर सकते हैं कि they go to the borrower and they say, okay, you are not able to pay this amount. Okay, we are taking lesser interest from you rather than that bank has been charging to you, and also we rescheduling your loan. मतलब टर्म एक्सटेंड कर सकते हैं वो बोरोवर के साथ, अगर बोरोवर नहीं है एबल टू पे सच अमाउंट, और बोरोवर को थोड़ा कम रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट वो लोग दे सकते हैं टू गेट अ मैक्सिमम बेनिफिट ऑफ इट. एंटर इनटू अ सेटलमेंट्स, सेल्स और लीज द बोरोवर्स बिजनेस. मीन्स वो सेटल कर सकते हैं, सेल भी कर सकते हैं और लीज भी कर सकते हैं बोरोवर्स बिजनेस. विच बिजनेस दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट? दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द बिजनेस विच बोरोवर्स हैज़ given as a security, because bank cannot give loan without any security, so whatever security they have, they can sell that or lease also. If there is a property, that they can lease also to collect rent from that place. Also take over or change the management and engage in security interest reinforcement, sell, take possessions of, lease the owned assets. Means if something has been अगर कोई like a business है and they can take a control over the management of such business to recover their loan, they can also do that. So basically it's a kind of a nominee director. We know that अगर कोई company if any bank gives loan to any company at a higher percentage and higher stake bank has invested in such company, then bank have a right to appoint a nominee director. So in a similar way kind of, we can say that they can take over control or control over the management, and they can also change the management entirely they can change, which bank doesn't have right. So but for enforcement or security interest can only be conducted when at least 70% of secured assets and ARC agree. Means enforcement or security interest can only be conducted when there is 75% secured creditors and ARC agreed. Okay, so all has to be agreed on such terms. In case of debt being unsecured and the ARC being unable to recover the bad loan, they can file civil suits against the creditor. So in case of debt being unsecured and the ARC being unable to recover the bad loan, they can file a civil suit. Civil suit means अगर नहीं हो रहा है तो they can go to the court ना. ARC also have a right to move to the court. So what right ARC have? Uh, we'll check out this again, that they can reschedule the loan, take over the position of the management also, they can enter and sell into any business, they can also enforce their security interest if the 75% of the creditors and ARC agree, means there is a special majority. And also they can go to the civil court if they will not be able to recover the loan directly. So where lies the difference between the ARC and IBC? There is a major difference, because IBC basically a shutdown of the organization if no recovery. Basically, it relates to the bank and it relates to the other thing. So now the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code IBC was introduced to resolve and organize insolvent company, and we know that IBC cannot be against bank. Bank is an exception here. The Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code was introduced to resolve and reorganize insolvent companies. ARC is basically set up for clearing up NPAs. Okay, primarily we can directly write down the definition of both the things. No? That ARC setting NPA primarily deal with recovery, while the IBC seeks a resolution. IBC wants a resolution. In the resolution process, the creditors are given a chance to make insolvency resolution an economically viable process, and entities can apply for insolvency, bankruptcy, or liquidation. Okay, so we'll go to the next lecture again.